Would you encourage being a DJ? Because Drabby came in here during the break, and he's like, I'm going to talk to DJ Taylor Swift case, right? Is it David Mueller? How you spell it, anyway. And so, anyway, he's had this lawsuit against Taylor Swift because he claims ever since she accused him of grabbing her ass cheek, he was fired from his $150,000 a year morning show gig. I don't know where he's in, Colorado.
Denver.
Yeah.
Bodie used to listen to out there.
Ever since he's been accused of that, he's been fired and hasn't been able to find work for 4 years. So the case has recently been in court, civil court.
Step into my office.
I think they threw his case out and they awarded Taylor the $1 that she asked for in the countersuit.
She got the moral victory.
And he's claiming that since this whole thing has come down, he's basically been blackballed in radio.
Right.
He can't get a job. He's even offered to screen calls for free.
Right.
And no one.
We should hire him, bring him on.
We dunk off AWOD in 2 seconds.
Of course we would.
David Mueller. The guy's got real credentials.
I've been personally seeking employment since after the concert. Within probably a couple weeks, I started seeking employment. I also had a talent agent at the time of the incident. And right now, I don't have any offers. So a lot of my friends in radio know that I'd be willing to even work for free. I mean, I offered to do a job that I did when I first got into radio, which is just screening phone calls. And I think it's hard for people to picture having me around. I'm hoping to clear my name and get my reputation back so I can work on a morning show. That's my number one passion, is morning radio. When I'm talking to people, not one person has said, yeah, let's give him a chance. But that might change. But, this is still very fresh. It was a big story this week. So maybe in the future, I might have to get some plastic surgery and change my identity. I don't know. I really don't know.
He's claiming that people are recognizing him, and if you see him now, he looks nothing like the DJ from 4 years ago. He's gone gray, or at least he stopped dyeing it. He doesn't have this cheesy porn stash he had anymore. He doesn't look anything like that guy. He doesn't need plastic surgery. He may need to change his name.
Yeah.
That
change the name is the number one
seed of some sort.
David Mueller on the Fan. Where are you calling from?
Right.
That's my number one passion, is morning radio.
But that's no problem in radio. People have fake names all the time.
Yeah, use a fake name. No one recognizes your dumb face. Believe me. If you had the cheesy mustache and the red hair or whatever, like he had 4 years ago in the famous photo, okay, maybe I would buy that. But nobody knows what he looks like now.
No. He's a disposable talent.
Yeah, he's not that.
That's the bottom line.
He's not the talented,
Grease Man, who had a much bigger following, he eventually fell. I'm trying to remember.
Was for much worse grievances.
What was the infomercial that the Grease Man did? Do you remember? He resurfaced on an infomercial. This is something I should know. It was really cheesy. Doug Tract is the Grease Man. That's his real name. What was he hawking? Oh, I can't remember. It's going to come to me at some point. And he had a character name that wasn't the Grease Man in that infomercial. Oh, I should know this. If you know 800
But here's the thing with Mueller. If he loves radio so much, he should do what every other fired DJ does. You start a podcast, stupid.
Skippy's got a podcast.
Start a podcast. If you love radio, start a podcast. Talk about Taylor Swift. Plead your case. Talk about her ass cheek.
Yeah, I would listen if he's describing Taylor Swift's butt cheek.
Well, now he's claiming he didn't do it, but that's fine. Talk about your whole experience. You'd get,
he was
thousands and thousands of downloads.
Even though he denies it, he was convicted of it, so he can talk about her butt cheek.
Yeah, but let's say he still is actually claiming he didn't do it on purpose. Just tell your side of the story. Tell your side. Put out a friggin' podcast, you moron.
Why do people get so sized for a radio? I mean,
that's my number one passion, is morning radio.
It beats working.
He can't live without it.
Because once you get a taste of not working for a living, you can't stop.
And doing this is your living?
We're all ruined.
Yeah, but once I eventually get fired, then it's time to move on with your life. Like, you gave it a good shot.
Right.
Yeah, some of these dogs, they just get fired and they just love coming back and getting tortured.
It's a 4-hour job.
He's willing to screen phone calls for free. He's willing to go all the way back to the bottom rung of the ladder just to get back in.
There aren't many jobs, honestly, where you can work for 4 hours, have fun, laugh every day, and then be overcompensated. There aren't many jobs like it. It's a great job. I get why he loves it.
I always say this. Look, my brother will send me texts sometimes when he's on his way to work. which is when we're on our way to work, and he gets back between 6 and 8 p.m.
What are you laughing at?
Because Drab's screening calls right now.
You're David Mueller. How many years into your career are you?
We do things differently.
I know, but let's just say, how many years are you into your radio career? You started when you were, what, about 17?
17, yeah. I'm 35, half my life.
So half your life. You've been 18 years. You're still doing the thing that David Mueller did, the first job.
Yeah, but that's just a small element of his job. And
but he'd kill for your job. David Mueller, he would kill for your job.
Why don't we bring him in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Sundress party. Oh, he'd be killer at the sundress party. Yeah. You can take photos with him. Every chick can take a photo with him.
We'll have an ass-grabbing booth with David Mueller.
Dude, that's the bit.
Great
that's
bit.
The bit.
You think he wouldn't do it?
We fly him out. Right. We invite him to our sundress
now,
party.
The ass-grabbing thing might be a stretch.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea because girls that want to do it can go in and he can tell you how your butt compares to Taylor's.
No, all you need is just a picture.
Yeah, you're taking it to another level.